Right. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to install SQL Server 2019, guys. So what you can do. So generally, as discussed in the morning session, we have to attach that ISO image, right? So minimize the server. Okay. Now in the C drive, what you can see in the C drive, you can see SQL Server 2022 file. Right. I want, sorry, in the D drive, you can see SQL Server 2022 file. I want SQL Server 2019 file, right? So what I have to do here, either I have to copy the file or I have to attach the 2019 ISO image. How to do that? Go to our Oracle VirtualBox Manager, right click, settings. I'm going to replace the file 2022 file with the 2019 file. Go to storage, select 2022 file, click on this disk, select choose virtual optical disk file. So you can see 2019 ISO image. Double click on this 2019. Now click OK. Chalo. Now 2019 ISO image is attached. Go to the server. Now you can see, right? Still you can see 2022. Just refresh it. Refresh it. Yeah. Now it was changed, right? Right click, open. Now which file I have to open, guys, to install SQL Server?
Setup.
Setup file, right? Setup file
Run as
with
administrator.
very good. Run as administrator. In case if you are getting any yes or no pop-up, click on yes. Now installation center will open, guys. Right. Okay. This is my installation centers. Now what I have to do? Which page I have to open?
Go to installation.
Installation page. Very good. Which option I have to choose now?
First one.
SQL Server standalone or add features to the existing installation. Select this one. Developer edition. I'm going to install developer edition. Next, I accept the license terms. Next, of course, rules check. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see here in case whether all the rules are passed or not, you can see here. If this restart computer check is failed, what we have to do?
Restart the
Restart the
server
Windows machine and we can initiate it again. Okay. Next, Windows updates. I don't want to install with updates. You can skip this one. This is going to install setup files.
Sir,
Yes, please.
on the same Windows machine, we can install the same version like 2022's different instances or different versions also, right, sir?
Both possible. Both are possible. See, I told you, right, in the same Windows machine, you can install 50 instances, right? Right,
Yes,
50
sir.
instances we can install. That 50 can be, all 50 can be SQL 2022 or it can be different versions.
Sir, in real-time environment, how many will be there, sir?
That's what we discussed. Only one.
Yeah.
Mostly for one Windows machine, one SQL server will be there. If it is a critical application and all. If it is a non-prod servers and all, you can see 2-3 instances also per Windows machine. The server is too slow. Let me check this task manager of my local laptop. Okay, so my Windows server is too slow, guys. We'll check, we'll try to clear, okay, any unused process from the Windows side. Let's try to kill some of the sessions. Parle. Right, okay, so now this is at 38-43% only. Let me go to the server. Right, okay, normal it is 24%. That's fine. Okay, so again some checks are there. So these checks are succeeded or warning is fine, guys. No issues. Warning is also fine. If any check is failed, we cannot proceed. Okay, next. Right, now tell me what features I have to select here. I am installing second instance. What features I have to, specific features, tell me. Forget about shared features, I'll explain you.
Database engine services.
Database
First one.
service.
SQL Server replication.
Very good.
Second one,
Full text. Okay,
full test.
these three are common for any instance. These three features are, specific features are common for any instance. If you're installing second copy, third copy, these three are must and should. Shared features generally you don't see in the SQL Server 2022, but up to SQL Server 2019 you have to install some shared features. Client tools connectivity, client tools backward compatibility, client tools SDK, SQL client connectivity SDK. SDK means software development kit. Okay, supported files. These four features are shared features you have to install. Up to 2019 you have to install. 2016, 2017, 2019. So up to 2019 you have to install these shared features, guys. Okay, again I am saying up to 2019 you have to install. 2022 there is no such shared features, you can skip it, but up to 2019 you have to install the shared features. Okay, chalo, next. Right, now can I install default instance?
Named instance.
Okay, so you can see here installed instances, already default instances installed. For which version? For which version?
2022.
2022, sir.
Which edition?
Developer
Developer
edition.
edition.
See,
Developer.
by using this table, installed instances table, you can see which instance is installed, named or default. Okay, which features are installed, which edition is installed, which version is installed, you can see here. So already default instance is installed. Okay, let me go to next, we'll see. See here, there are validation errors on this page. Instance name MS SQL Server is already in use. To continue, specify a unique instance name. It is saying already MS SQL Server is in use. You cannot install a default instance. It is not going to show you like default instance is already installed like that. Okay, so it will show you like this. So I have to choose named instance. Can anyone tell me the thumb rules for named instance? We discussed, right? 3 rules.
16 digits.
16 character length,
Character length. Very good.
Sorry.
and first letter should be alpha.
Alphabet.
Characters, alphabet.
No space bar.
Space bar.
Great work.
No special characters, not no
Dollar
space, no
and
special characters other
underscore
than
can be
dollar
allowed.
and underscore. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, B48 SQL 2019. Okay, so can I give like this, B48 SQL 2019? Just click here, automatically instance name will be changed. Okay, the instance ID will be changed. Next. Right, service accounts. Any doubts here, guys, in the service account screen? Please let me know. No issues for me. We have time to discuss about service accounts. What is service account? What is service account?
Performs actual operations onto the server.
Right, okay.
SQL Server
Service account, yeah, service account is an account which will help you to run the service. That is the definition. As discussed, SQL Server will help you to store the data, to process the data, to retrieve the data. Storing data means you have to write the data to the disk. Retrieving data means you have to read the data from the disk. Disk means drive. Drive means folders will be there. In each folder, who can log in, guys? Service cannot log in on behalf of software. One account will have to log into the software to that particular folders and all. That account should be able to read the data, write the data, delete the data if possible, right? So the account should be a sysadmin account in the Windows level. That account is called a service account. So on behalf of SQL Server, who is reading the data, who is writing the data, guys?
Service account.
Database,
Service account.
database engine service account. You can see here, in our case, okay, in our case, we are using this service account. So now I'll do one thing. Anyhow, we are installing second instance, right? I'll create customized service account. I'll show you how to give customized service account during installation. After installation also, how to change it, I'll show you. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'll create one account, guys. Okay, how to create an account in the Windows machine? Open Windows Run, type lusr mgr.msc. lusr local user manager, local usr user mgr manager .msc. I'm going to create one account. I'll use that account as a service account. Users. Okay, right click, new user. So what name I'll give here?
Administrator.
Can you please repeat, like, how did you navigate through this using which command?
Open run, type lusr mgr.msc, local user manager. Okay. This is the shortcut to create users. So I'll give, in the organization general service account names will be like this: SQL underscore, SVC underscore, PRD production underscore, ACT account. This is how generally in the organization names will be there for service accounts. Okay, right? This is my account name. You can give any name here. You can give Syed also. You can give Suresh. You can give Prudvi. Any name you can give here. But in the organization, we don't give person names and all. It should be professional, right? It's a service account, right? So we'll give like this. Tab, tab, tab. So give the password. Give strong password. 123 123. Right? User must change password. Uncheck this one. Service account password cannot be changed. Who will create these accounts? Can anyone tell me in the organization who will create user accounts? This we don't do, guys. This activity we don't do. Creating
Windows
user
team
accounts will be done by the Windows team. We'll ask Windows team to create user account. They will create user accounts. That's it. Click on create button. Done. As I told you, this account should have sysadmin permissions. Then only it can read and write and delete the data and all. So what I have to do for that? Go to groups, go to administrators, add this account, the one which you just created. Add this account in the administrator, SQL underscore SVC. Just check names. You will get a complete name. Okay, so you're not getting right. So let's try like this, SQL underscore check names. Still not getting. Okay, let's try complete name, SQL SVC PRD ACT. Check names. Right, now you can see computer name / account name. Click OK. Now this account became a administrator. Now this account became an administrator, guys. We have created one account. We have added that account into the administrators group. So now local administrator, it became a local administrator. It can do whatever. It can do whatever we want to do. Like it can read the data, it can log into all the folders, all the drives, it can delete the data and all. Now I'll make this account as a service account. How? By adding that account here. Go to this option, agent, browse. What is the account name? SQL underscore SVC check names. No. In the older versions, Windows Server 2016, 2019, you will get it. If you just type 1 or 2 words, PRD ACT. Okay. Check names. Right, now you can see the account name, right? Done. Click OK. It's taking time to load. Yeah, now it was loaded, right? It was already selected, right? Control C, just Control C, it will copy, and Control V. I am going to change the service account for both database engine and agent. Now while creating this account, just now we gave one password, right? That password you have to give here. 1, 2, 3. In this way, you can add customized service account. Automatic. That's it, guys. In the organization, we will have service account name, service account password. If you don't have it, check with your colleagues. They will give you service account name, service account password, and then give the service account name here, give the password. If you give wrong password and all, you cannot proceed. Okay, make sure you are giving correct password. Okay.
Have a question here.
Yes, yes, please.
So, like once we create a service account, is that mandatory? The agent and database
Yes,
engine
yes,
should
yes.
have the same?
Correct. It's not mandatory. You can have multiple service accounts. For agent, you can give different service account. For database engine, you can give separate service account. It's not mandatory.
Okay.
So who will create two accounts? That's why it will create unnecessary confusion and also I'm giving a single account. But in the organization, yes, you are correct. In the organization, for a database engine will give separate service account. For agent service will give separate service account. Okay. Just to decrease the load on the service account, we'll give separate service account. Collation, you know, right? SQL Latin 1 General CP1 CIAS. What is CI?
Case sensitive.
Case sensitive. What is meant by I then?
Case insensitive, sir.
Case insensitive. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. What is AS?
It is accent. Whatever
Accent
we
sensitive.
can use. Yeah.
What is CP1?
I don't
Code
remember.
page.
Code page 1. Okay. Code page means
Code
language
page.
page. That's it. This is the default language settings. Next. Chalo, here in this screen you have to add one user, at least one user you have to add it here. Only this user will get a current access. See here, the same user, right? Computer name / administrator. The same user will get access. If you want to add DBA team, click on add, type your DBA team name here, check names, automatically those people will get the access. Okay, right, chalo. We'll discuss about this authentication. Okay, so data directories, I am going to keep it as it is, C drive only. TempDB configurations same as it is. I am not changing anything. Max top memory, every setting will be as it is only. Later also we can change these settings. If you have some idea what is this max drop memory and all, then you will get to know what value we have to keep it here. Now at this point we don't need to discuss all these things. During performance tuning, I'll discuss max top memory, TempDB configurations, everything will be discussed in the performance tuning sessions. Next, that's it, guys. See how simple to install SQL Server. Did I change anything? Simply I gave instance name. Next, next, next. Add the current user account. Next, select the drives. Next, next, install. That's it. It will create a
Like, I have a question here.
yes, please.
In the features, we
Hmm.
select the database engine services, server replication.
Hmm.
So, like, how do we remember like what to be checked in? Like,
Shared
because it's
features.
not default.
Shared
Yeah.
features you have to remember. You have to do multiple installations, then you will get to know.
Okay.
Generally, specific features they will update you in the build sheet, but shared
Okay.
features sometimes they don't update you what shared features you have to select. That's a DBA activity, so we have to remember those shared features. Simple, the shortcut is whatever you can see in the SDK. Okay,
Mm.
SDK, client tools. These 4 features you have to install. Generally, if you
Okay.
see client means all the client features you have to install. That's it. The simple shortcut is where you can see client, install all the clients.
What about the above one? Above one, I get it.
Have a
Database
full
engine should
text.
be there. Yeah. Okay,
Database
full
engine,
text.
full replication, full text. Right?
Sanmukh, I have one question.
Yes, please.
If I at the time of installation, if I forgot that click that
Whenever you want, you can install next time also. Shared features also you can install next time. No issues.
okay. After
After
successful installation,
installation, after successful installation also you can install shared features.
okay.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. Chalo. Next. That's it. Install. So in this way you can install SQL Server, guys. Once installation is done, I'll show you how to connect in the same management studio. So you'll get to know the same management studio. I am not going. Do we need to install management studio again for 2019?
No, not required.
Just one management tool. One tool is enough to connect to all the versions, right? I'll use the
Yeah.
same tool to connect to 2019 also once done. So hardly 10 minutes also it don't take to install any SQL Server. but in the morning we discussed around 2.5 hours. Why? Because you should know each and every option, so that's why I explained each and every option, right? So once the installation is done, I'll show you how to connect to that instance, and then we'll disconnect for today. Strictly tomorrow I'll share a new meeting link. Okay, so if I don't get time, if the meeting link is not changed, if you are not getting any updates, if you are not getting any updates from my side, you have to use the old link only that you connected till now. If any change is there, I'll share with you guys. Why? Because I am not sure whether I'll get a time to share to everyone, but strictly 99% meeting link will be changed. Okay, so those who completed the formalities, they will get a link.
Yeah, hi Sanmukh. I have another one question.
Yes, please.
Actually, the summary.txt and detail.txt,
Hmm.
from where I can found actually.
Where we can find those files, huh? Go to this
Yeah.
C program files. Okay, C program files, Microsoft SQL Server,
Okay.
instance root directory. So summary dot, right, you asked about summary.txt. 160 folder binaries, setup bootstrap folder, so
Okay.
log
Setup.
folder, summary file. If you go inside the date and timestamp, detail.txt file.
Yeah.
See, now check it clearly. See here. So now when you install, I have a quick question for all of you. Now my installation is suddenly closed, guys. My installation is suddenly closed. Is it going to create a summary file?
Yes, sir.
My installation is suddenly closed, or someone restarted unknowingly, someone restarted the server. Is it going to create summary file and detailed text file?
I think when we get the errors only.
Just try it, guys. Yes or no? No problem. No problem. Just try it.
No.
Yes, sir. It will create.
Guess it. Guess it.
Ideally, it should write everything, whatever the progress until then. If it has something called as a rollback, then it wouldn't create, basically.
Very good. Okay. So the moment you clicked on install button, this is a log. What is meant by log, guys? Log means whatever changes are there from the point we started installation, whether it is an error or it's an activity or some other things, or copying files or deleting files, anything. Logbook means what is meant by logbook? Everything you have to write, guys. Like you can see in the apartments and all, or if you go to any offices and all, if you go to any library and all, you can see logbook. Logbook means what? Every entry will be recorded. Every entry will be recorded. If you are giving books, you are taking books, every entry will be recorded in the logbook. In the same way, the moment you click on install button, automatically the summary.txt file will be created, detail.txt file also will be created. It will write each and everything to the logs, guys. To these two logs, it is going to write it. So there is no question that the installation should be completed, then only it will create a summary. No, if you want to see here now. 2015, right? The moment you create an install button, I'm installing 2019, right? 150 folder will be created. If you open here, okay, if you see setup bootstrap folder, see in the log, now you will get the summary.txt file, but generally you can see here, okay, if you open detail.txt file will be generated, but summary file also will be generated, but it will take, once the installation is completed or once the installation is cancelled, you can see that summary.txt file. Okay, now you cannot see, but once the installation is cancelled or completed or restarted, immediately you can see summary.txt file, guys. So there is no matter it has to complete, then only you can see installation and all. No, even though it was cancelled in the middle, still you can see the logs, guys. Okay, so now you are installing, right? So 2023 02/18 and server time. What is the server time now? 7:43. We started installing at 7:21 of server time. Okay, 2019 we started installing at 7:29. One is created at 7:29, another folder is created at 7:20. You can see here these two folders. Okay, right? So tomorrow, let it be, once the installation is done. So tomorrow we'll discuss about the databases. Tomorrow we'll discuss about creating databases, creating tables, how to insert values inside the tables, how to read the tables, how to filter the records. These things will be discussed in the next class, in tomorrow's class, guys.
Happy Shivaratri, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Shivaratri.
Hi Shanmugh.
Yes,
This is Akhilesh.
Akhilesh, tell me.
I'll call you after this session. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you, Akhilesh.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Guys, from my side, I guess I have shared the softwares and notes, but my side there are two pending things. One is I have to create one Gmail account and I have to upload 2022 Windows Server, 2022 SQL Server. So I'll try to. Why? Because I came to hometown, limited network will be there. That Windows 2022 is around 5.5 GB. So even though if I'm trying to upload from mobile network will be like fluctuations will be there, right? It will keep failing and all. Bear with me, okay? So until then, practice with Windows 2012, guys. Same as it is the same process. But if possible, I'll try to upload Windows 2012 and Windows 2022 and SQL 2022 in a separate account, and I'll try to give access by this weekend. If not, next week I'll go to Bangalore, so there I'll get a proper network and all some internet. So from there I'll try to create an account and I'll upload it and I'll give you access. Until then, please practice with Windows 2012. With the SQL 2017 you can practice. I have a quick question for all of you. You can use Inky Pinky Ponky formula. Okay, can I install one more instance now? Currently one instance is like going on, right? One installation is going on. Can I parallelly can I install another instance? Parallelly, not after this. Parallelly, can I install one more instance?
Yes, I guess. No, I think so.
You can see the answer on the screen.
No.
And tell me. Yes
No.
or no?
No.
No?
No.
No? Which no? Inky Pinky Ponky no? Tell me guys, yes or no? Can I install one more instance parallelly?
No, sir.
So now you can see here this option is grayed out, right? That means you cannot install parallelly.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Until this is completed, then only this option will be available again. I'm sorry. Until then, you cannot install one more instance parallelly. Any suggestions, guys? Okay, so any suggestions you want to add? Classes are going to speed, slow, okay, normal.
It's good, sir.
So this kind of speed is okay, right? No issues, right? I guess.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, fine. Right, so now you can see all the components are successfully installed, including shared components. You can see here, right? Install successful, and you can see this is the summary.txt file with server name and a date and timestamp. Close it. Then I want to connect to the 2019 instance. So go to browse for more, go to database engine. See here. See guys, I gave B48 SQL 2019 name, right? But listen carefully, when you are connecting to the named instance, always the named instance name will be prefixed with the server name backslash your instance name. If it is default instance, only server name. If it is named instance, you have to give server name backslash instance name. This is the standard format that we will use in the organizations also. Again, I am saying named instance means what is the complete server name, your computer name backslash your instance name, your computer name backslash your instance name. So that is your complete server name. So you can see here computer name slash, click OK, click connect. Again it is showing certificate issue now. Let me do one thing. Okay, this time let me refresh, let me restart the server. Let me go to configuration manager. Where is my configure? Yeah, this is the configuration manager. Refresh it, you can see all the services, right? And this is the, see here, for default instance you can see MS SQL Server. For named instance, someone asked, right, how to identify the database engine of other instance. Okay, you can see this is the database engine for B48 SQL 2019. This is the database engine for default instance. Okay, in this way you can identify the differences. I guess the latest version of Management Studio is having an issue. Generally we don't get that certificate issue and all. So in case if you are getting that certificate issue, what you have to do, you have to restart the SQL Server. After restarting the SQL Server, try once. If not, then I'll show you. You have to enable the ports, TCP/IP enable. You have to enable TCP/IP. Then you have to restart. Then you can try it after that. Okay. So let me close this SSMS and let me try it again. Close SSMS and okay. SSMS. SSMS.
Like Shanmugh, how frequently we will do the restart on this services of this SQL server? Like any particular scenario?
See, scenario means if in case of any issues, but again, so my sir said like whenever issue is there, then we have to immediately restart. No, so restart is not an option. That's just a final destination. If you tried all the way, still the issue is not resolved, then as a best practice we'll restart. But again, restarting needs a proper approvals. Once client is approved, then only you have to go for restart. But generally, if you ask me how frequently you will do it, means so when you install SQL Server, will restart the Windows machine. When you patch the SQL Server, will restart the Windows machine or SQL services and all. Okay, or in case of some other issues that you cannot fix, okay, or it will be fixed after restarting the SQL Server. During that scenarios also you have to restart the SQL Server.
So basically, whenever you're trying to restart a server, that will automatically happen at the back end. Like we need
Correct.
to go and okay.
Yeah. So when you restart Windows Server, automatically SQL Server will be restarted. Okay, database engine and select the instance. Click OK. Let's try. Still having issues, right? Go to configuration manager. Go to protocols. Right click. Let me refresh the whole screen. Action view. 1 minute. Network configuration you have to refresh. Not giving any. Let me reopen this configuration manager. I'll get a fresh configuration manager. SQL Server 2019 configuration manager. This is my named instance protocols. Okay, enable the TCP/IP and services. Restart the SQL Server services. This is restart button, or right click restart also will work. There is an issue with the 2022 Management Studio, guys. 19.0 Management Studio. That's generally you don't get certificate issues and all. Okay, once you install Management Studio, smoothly you can connect. Refresh.
Sir, Shanmugh sir,
Yes, please.
yeah, I also got that error while connecting the server. Then I searched for that issue to fix, and it is showing me that you can restart again the SQL Server VSS writer. Then I restarted that, and it's
Okay, it was fixed. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay, done. Let me try in this way also. If not,
Okay,
we'll
sir.
restart the VSS later. Thank you,
Okay,
Mani.
sir. Okay, sir.
This is 2022. Okay, and this is your browse for more database engine. Okay, chalo, let me go to services.msc. Let me refresh the services. Refresh. So here we have SQL Server VSS Writer service will be there. VSS Writer.
Yes, sir.
Let's restart this.
Again, it will show the same error, but again do this the same. Then it will connect automatically.
Okay.
But for me, like that, it's working.
Again, we have to restart the VSS Writer.
Yes, yes. But I don't know whether it is the
No, why? Because till now I used to install 2019 up to now. So now it is like 2022 Management Studio. I'm sure this is an issue with the latest version of Management Studio only. There might be a bug and all. So let me try. Even the VSS writer is also not helping. So let me try your SQL Server directly from here. Right click, refresh. We'll get SQL Server.
but I got the same error while again and again I'm doing that restarting the VSS writer. After sixth time, I think it's fixed.
It's worked, huh? I guess it
Yes.
will take some time. That's it. I'm sure. Why?
Yes, sir.
Because last time also to update it will take some time. Okay, no issues. Let's wait for some time, then we'll see. Okay, so any questions, guys? Any questions? Any doubts?
Okay, like the same question I was talking about databases, right? Now you told, okay, we have to create a database. So without the SQL server, I mean, like installing only Studio, and then does it really work? Because I'm just curious to know. Like, it doesn't.
Which one will work?
The Studio will not work, right? Without installing the SQL server.
Without installing SQL Server, Studio will work. Studio is simply if any server is running, it will connect. If no server is running,
Okay.
if there is no existence of the server, to which server you
Okay.
will connect and which server you will create the database. SSMS you
That's what
can
is my
install at
question.
any point of time. SSMS you can install it the if you don't have, see for example, now I have SSMS, so I am able to connect to the server, right? So now you have installed SSMS. Imagine before installation of SQL Server also you can install SSMS. You can install the SSMS first and then you can install SQL Server later, no issues. But you have installed SSMS, to which instance you will connect to create the database?
Yeah, that's what is my confusion.
That is not possible. See, there is no server itself where you will create the database. Your SSMS will not help you to create any database. See, you are creating one database means you are creating one source means where you will create that source. You should have some platform, right? That platform is your SQL server. If you don't have SQL server, where you will create the database?
Okay.
So simply installing SSMS won't help you anything. Nothing. It's just a blank SSMS. If you have any SQL server and you just connect it to that SQL server using SSMS, then you can do whatever operations you want.
Okay.
That too, it is an additional feature for our Microsoft SQL Server only, sir, right?
What is the additional feature?
This is the management studio to contact the server directly.
Not additional
As-
feature, it's mandatory. It's mandatory
yeah.
feature. Okay, it's not. It's an add-on. You can say. Okay, so it's not additional feature and all. It's just a extra tool. It's a tool to connect to the servers.
But
Swati, is
in
it clear? I guess you are not satisfied.
No, like see, basically the issue comes where, because I'm trying to like correlate with the Oracle and SQL Server. That's where I try, just leads me to different
See,
path altogether.
that's what.
Yeah.
That's what. See, in the Oracle generally, which tool you will use to connect to a Oracle server database?
Like normal SQL developer or PL SQL developer and the other tools which we
So
connect to database. Yeah, we use a connect and we just try to connect to the instance and then log in and work out.
right,
Yeah.
you once you install the tool, you will connect to the instance, right?
Yeah.
Imagine there is no instance. Can you create database?
No, we can't do that
Same
because
concept here also.
yeah,
Same concept here also. Without instance,
because
where you will create the database?
okay.
But the point, without instance, you cannot create database either in Oracle or in SQL Server also. The same without instance. First of all, if you want to create database, you have to run one query. Where you will run that query on? Which server you will run that query without instance? Instance or server both are same again. Don't confuse here. Your SQL Server or SQL instance both are same. So you have to install SQL Server, then you have to connect to that instance using Management Studio, then you can create database. One minute, guys. I'll try to fix this one. This is an issue with Management Studio. I'm sure about it. Why? Because early 2019 you don't get it. If you have any problems, install 2019 18.0 Management Studio. Huh? 18.0 Management Studio and you can connect
No
it.
problem, sir.
Yeah. So let me check what it is saying. But then an error occurred during the login process. Provide the certificate chain was issued by an authority which is not trusted of MS SQL Server. Let me try restarting this. Ayyo. Not trusted, not trusted. Just 1 minute. Huh? Let me check, guys. Okay, so what we can do, let's try even. Okay, so generally when we restart the SQL server, it will be fixed. So in the last time also it was fixed in the same way. Let's try. What is the error we are getting? I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking in mute. I'm so sorry. So now, guys, when you are connecting to the server, okay, there is an issue with the latest version of Management Studio. Even I am trying with this batch only till last batch, batch 47. I used it to install SQL Server 2017-19 with SSMS 18.0. So since SSMS 19.0 is having some issues, so that's why I just started using SQL Server Management Studio 19.0 from this batch onwards. So even these errors are new to me. So that's why, guys, the simple shortcut is no need to restart any VSS writers and all. No need to restart the SQL Server. Simple, go to the server, give the server name, go to options, go to this particular connection properties, select this trust server certificate. This is the shortcut. Okay, trust server certificate, then it will create a trust certification. Okay, then you can use just click connect option, automatically it will be connected, guys. No need to do any other settings like what I did till now. You just try this option. Okay, while connecting, you just try this option, give the server name clearly, select this option, just select trust server certificate and check whether the issue is fixed or not. Okay, just update me tomorrow. Fine. Is it clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts?
No, sir. Clear, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if it is clear, that's it from my side. Again, tomorrow I am going to share you the new meeting link either by tonight or tomorrow early morning. I'll share you. If there is no update from my side, use the same link to join, guys. That's it. Will be this recording will be available tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Have a
Good
nice day,
night.
sir.
Yeah. Nice day. Nice day. Good day. And good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.